I'm sure everybody's been there with a group of people before where you're getting into conversation and you talk about a lot of big what ifs. What if I was famous? What if I was stranded on a desert island? What if I won the lottery? You talk and laugh about what you do in that situation, and it's kind of fun to imagine. Well, the new Fox show, The Last Man on Earth, takes on the notion of what somebody would do if they were the last man on Earth. Uninhibited destruction and looting for starters, but you know that just based on watching the commercials. I'll admit, I wasn't about to go too out of my way for this show, but last night being bored on Twitter, I saw some roaring approval for it from Allison Hayslip, who generally doesn't like things that suck, so I gave it a shot. Now, my main skepticism about the show after seeing commercials for it the last few weeks was the idea of how are they going to make a show about the last man on Earth with one person carrying the entire series? Well, the short answer is that they're not going to make it work like that. A quick glance at the cast of the show online kind of gives away that it's not just going to be Will Forte in this whole thing. So with that out of the way, we soon learn that we have our last man on Earth, Phil, played by Will Forte, and our last woman on the Earth, Carol, played by Kristen Shaw. And they are basically complete opposites when they meet each other. With Phil, you've got a man who's scavenged the entire country looking for other people still alive, hasn't found anybody, and is completely run out of any fucks left to give. His house is trashed with garbage on the floor everywhere, he hasn't shaved in seemingly forever, and he makes a giant margarita in an entire inflatable pool, which he multitasks with by both using it to cool off on a hot day and by drinking out of. And make damn sure you get that salt on the rim too. Carol, on the other hand, she still observes traffic laws, just to give you an idea of what her character's all about. But after crossing paths, being the only two people left on Earth that they know about, and both hoping that they can coexist, Phil and Carol try to be really patient with each other, and the frustration in doing so becomes very apparent. Now, I don't want to get any deeper into spoilers than I already have, but I will say that with this show, I was pleasantly surprised by it all. Watching a guy be a guy as the last man on Earth with no holds barred was pretty funny for the bulk of that first episode. Also, having the second character in the mix be a woman who's essentially a polar opposite of the last man on Earth that we already know, well, I guess probably a predictable dynamic, was still executed pretty well. Not perfect, but pretty well. If I were criticizing the show so far, I feel like the amount of content and progression that they covered in the first two episodes that debuted, they could have stretched it out a little bit. Probably into at least 3 and maybe even 4 episodes before taking the relationship of the characters in the direction that they did. I'm sure they're probably heading in the direction of a lot more headbutting between the two, but I feel like they could have elaborated a little bit more with this whole rivalry of cleanliness versus savagery. Again, that's all probably on its way, but I feel like they could have put in a lot more interaction with the characters as they were into another episode or two before going the direction that they did at the end of the second episode. But hey, that's just my take on things. If you saw the debut episodes of The Last Man on Earth, what did you think? Leave your own thoughts and takes in the comments below. If you like this video, please be sure to hit it with a like, and if you want more videos like this one, please click subscribe. But above all else, everybody, thank you for watching. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, click the text above where it says subscribe, and the annotation will take you right there to do it. And below that are links to a couple other videos I've done, both of which I think you'll probably enjoy. Check them out.